The West Ham Massive are pleased to support Iron Supporting Food Banks. They are a group of West Ham fans and friends inspired by the work of other football food banks around the country. They collect food and cash donations for a Newham food bank in Beckton, who supplies 7 distribution centres in the borough 7 days a week and hand out several hundred 3-day emergency food packs every month to families in need. They are also working with other groups to improve conditions for vulnerable adults and children in the Newham community. You can help by making a donation to their Just Giving page. You will find the link to this in the description section of the video details in this stream. Thanks for your support. Come on, you Irons. Hi guys, welcome to the West Ham Massive. Thank you for joining me. As I always ask you to do, please don't forget to like, comment on and share this stream onto your social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and make sure you hit the bell icon for alerts on new content. Don't forget to click all and you'll be notified of any new content as and when it is added to the channel. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much indeed for your support in this particular endeavor. It has to be said that we've had a real surge in subscriber numbers, and I thank you very much for that. As I say, if you can just sort of keep getting our name out there, keep sort of getting our content, tell your friends that we're here, really would appreciate that. The road to 400 as I speak, we're on 360 subscribers right now. Anyway, that's not why you came. So why did you come? So obviously I did a video last week where I was on a dog walk and I put some names forward for managers, and just off the top of my head, so there was Will Still, there was Michael Carrick, there was Arne Slot, there was Kieran McKenna, and I ran through those names and I ran through the pros and cons of each of them. And following on from that, I did another video which I recorded today as I record this, but by the time this goes out it will be yesterday, whatever, where I was pondering the question of whether it's actually time to pull the trigger on David Moyes now, or whether we need to wait for the Forest game. And obviously, subsequent to me recording that, I made the comment in the video about if Forest go and beat Villa. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Villa lost by 2-0. So when we go into that game on Sunday, it becomes even more critical because Forest are a point behind us. So obviously, if they turn us over, we drop down behind Nottingham Forest. How bad your luck. But so obviously there's a number of reasons why David Moyes is coming under scrutiny, coming under fire, in actual fact. One of the issues is the lack of opportunities given to the youth players. Now, obviously, our club has a proud reputation. We have the Academy of Football emblazoned on the side of the pitch at London Stadium. We have it on certain bits of merchandise and all the rest of it. So this has been a cornerstone of our club's very DNA going back generations. And it's something I'm very proud of. I'm very passionate about having the youth players coming into having the opportunity to shine. Not all of the players will. Some of the players will come into the first team and they're out of their depth. That's fine, not a problem. But if they've been given the opportunity and they've not taken it, they've not stepped up to the plate, there's not really much more that a manager can do. If they're not up to the task, it is what it is. But the manager needs to give these young players an opportunity. Now, here's the key word. To keep this in your mind, the word opportunity. Okay? Opportunities. Another aspect of the problems that I think that David Moyes has brought upon himself, quite frankly, is his lack of innovation, his lack of fresh thinking, his lack of new ideas, his lack of a plan B. We've often said that David Moyes has only plan A, and when plan A doesn't work, he's fucked, basically. So there's a lack of new ideas. There's a lack of fresh thinking coming from the man at the helm. Again, this is something I think we need to keep on board. Fresh thinking, new ideas, doing something that hasn't been done before. Who knows? So obviously, when I put that video together where I put the candidates together, I put some names forward. Now, another name has actually popped up, and I was driving my daughter. She plays football, and I was driving my daughter to a game of football, and there was a piece on the radio where a name came up, and I'm asking myself the question, and I'm asking you the question, which is why I'm recording this video, because all I'm doing is I'm asking a question. Should this happen? Should this be something we consider? Should this person be someone that we should consider? Now, there are going to be a lot of people that when I tell you who this person is, that should we put them on the short list? Should they be given at least consideration? Should they be given an opportunity? Is this some fresh thinking that we're saying that we don't see from David Moyes? So maybe we need to see someone higher up the pecking order at London Stadium giving someone an opportunity, displaying a bit of fresh thinking. And this person would certainly tick those boxes. Now, this manager has had 15 years in professional football, but they are under 50 years of age, so still relatively young in coaching terms. They're someone that is tactically very adaptable. They are someone who has actually got experience of managing overseas. They have a career win record of 67.41%. And when they've been on broadcast media, they have showed a very deep understanding of the tactics and the strategies involved in professional football. They are also a 6-time league winner. Who am I talking about? Well, if you haven't put the pieces of the jigsaw together by now, allow me to elaborate. I am talking about Emma Hayes, the current manager of Chelsea ladies football team. Now, I guess that there are going to be some people right now that are spitting out their cornflakes that I've mentioned Emma Hayes, a woman. Wouldn't you know it? Well, let me just sort of put a few things out there. And as I say, I'm not saying I want Emma Hayes as the next West Ham manager. It's really important you guys understand this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this someone that should perhaps have been in the shortlist? So, couple of things. So, we're obviously seeing in the year 2023 that there's more women that are crossing over into the men's game. Okay. We've got women commentators, we've got women pundits, we've got female match officials, we've even got people in administrative roles within football. For example, the chairperson at the FA is a female, and our very own managing director at West Ham United is Karen Brady, of course, Baroness Brady. Now, a couple of things that I guess a few of you are going to be saying at this point is that she doesn't have the experience in the men's game. And that is a fair comment. But I'm going to flip it on its head and just sort of say, well, hold on a minute. If that's the case, then there's plenty of men coaches that work in the women's game. Do they not lack experience in the women's games? You can't have it both ways, can you? Now, people would turn around also and say she lacks the experience. Now, how is she ever going to get experience if she's not given an opportunity in the men's game? Okay, that's another thing. Now, another thing to consider, because again, I dare say there's a lot of people that at this point are like, "Are you serious?" Well, I'm like I say, I am purely posing a question. That's all I'm doing. But if let's just say I'm guessing you've got a wife or you've got a girlfriend if you're a bloke, and I'm guessing most of the people watching this are probably going to be male, right? So if your wife came to you, your girlfriend came to you, your daughter came to you, and she told you that she'd been turned down for a job, and you said, "Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, what was the reason for that?" Basically, because I haven't got a dick. Would you be okay with that? Right? Would you be okay if your wife, your girlfriend, your daughter, your mother, whatever, a female relative you are close to was told that they didn't get a job based upon the fact of biology, of a twist of fate that they had no control over, many years ago when they were conceived? Would you be okay with that? I'm guessing the answer would probably be no. Now, as I say, it's really important. Like I say, I'm not saying Emma Hayes should be our next West Ham manager. It's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that her name popped up on the radio today. Now, I actually believe it's been latterly announced that she's actually taking the job as the manager of the USA women's national team. So, in all likelihood, this is pretty much a redundant conversation. But I don't think that, it is really, because, like I say, more and more females are coming into the women's game. At some point, and it has happened already, we've had very briefly when Duncan Ferguson left Forest Green Rovers, Dale Vince, their owner, installed a female coach as the head coach. Only for a couple of days. She took charge of a match and she then went about her business. But everybody that worked around the club said that she had a very deep understanding of the game of football. Just because she's not a bloke, does that necessarily preclude her from getting an opportunity in the men's game? And the same with Emma Hayes. Like I say, whenever I've seen her on broadcast media, you listen to her talk and you go, actually, she knows what she's talking about. She isn't just bluffing it. She actually has a fundamental understanding of the men's game from a tactical standpoint. Would the players listen to her, I wonder? I don't know. I really don't know. It's very possible that they wouldn't. But as I say, should we be so closed-minded? As I say, I come back to the original couple of points about the problems that David Moyes has got in terms of he doesn't give the youth opportunity. Again, the key word is opportunity. Well, this is giving an opportunity to someone in the men's game who doesn't have that experience, and it's giving someone an opportunity. It's also fresh thinking, which is, again, something that we've accused David Moyes of lacking. Here we are, fresh thinking. I don't know. As I say, it may be complete bollocks, okay? Like I say, I'm not saying she should be the next manager. I'm not saying she should be on the shortlist. I'm saying, should she be under consideration? Should she have been on the radar of David Sullivan, Daniel Kretinsky, and Karen Brady? I mean, like I say, she is a female herself. So is this something that maybe should have been up for consideration? I don't know. You tell me. You've got a comment section below. I dare say you've got a few things you want to get off your chest on this subject. Please do. Get stuck in. Tell me what you think. As always, guys, please don't forget to like, comment on, and share this stream to your social media platforms, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And make sure you hit the bell icon for alerts on new content. Don't forget to click all. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much indeed for your support in this matter. Please also don't forget to give your full support to the Iron Supporting Food Banks charity, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Come on, you Irons. The West Ham Massive are pleased to support Iron Supporting Food Banks. They are a group of West Ham fans and friends inspired by the work of other football food banks around the country. They collect food and cash donations for a Newham food bank in Beckton, who supplies 7 distribution centres in the borough 7 days a week and hand out several hundred 3-day emergency food packs every month to families in need. They are also working with other groups to improve conditions for vulnerable adults and children in the Newham community. You can help by making a donation to their Just Giving page. You will find the link to this in the description section of the video details in this stream. Thanks for your support. Come on, you Irons.